He can't stop me. I'm a Jedi from Jakku. Is that how you want me to open it, Ryan?
Yeah, it's exactly it, actually. But you got to do the whole thing. You got to do the whole thing,
God,
the whole
it's so
rap.
bad. It's so bad. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily, the only show on the internet that takes place every day of every week of every year, of every month, of every decade, of every century, and so on and so forth. The Backstreet Boys, the Millennium Falcon, however you want to word it. But we're here, and I got to be honest with you guys. We're gonna step outside of our comfort zone here today. We're gonna try to get through this show, but we're gonna have to talk about something that we have never discussed on this channel. We have never discussed this topic. I see all the 199s in the chat. Shout out to all of you. But me and Ryan are gonna have we did a lot of research this morning to kind of get an understanding of this topic, but we're gonna be pretty Lucasfilm heavy today, and primarily focusing on bad decision after bad decision after bad decision at Lucasfilm. Ryan, are you prepared for today's show?
I'm ready to rock and roll. I was a little bit late. We're a little bit late, and it's my fault, actually. I got a phone call from somebody. So that actually put me on pause for a little bit. I was talking to our buddy Alex Stein over at the Blaze.
Prime
so he's
time,
doing fucking awesome things over
99.
there. Prime time 199. Alex Stein. But yeah, holy shit, man. We talked about the reaction to some of the clips out there for Indiana Jones. Well, some people got to see the whole thing. They didn't like it very much. Imagine flying everybody out there to the Cannes Film Festival to pretend like an Indiana Jones movie is, just this type of Indiana Jones movie should be shown there, and have everybody that you're there for, all the elites out there, all these film critics, basically laugh through the end, like at the thing, not with the thing, just kind of out of boredom, talk to each other, laugh at how bad the jokes were, and eventually come out and you decided you didn't need a moratorium, or you decided you didn't need this period where you don't let reviews go out. You decided that you just wanted to let the reviews go out because you were so certain that it was going to be received well.
Yep.
Well, now here we are, a month out from Indiana Jones, over a month out from Indiana Jones. And it looks like people hate it. That's like the worst thing that could have possibly fucking happened.
Yeah, and it's so funny, and that's not the only thing. We also have the Galactic Starcruiser, the $1 billion project that has failed miserably. We also have Willow being yanked off of Disney Plus. What was the official reasoning behind pulling Willow off of there?
Oh, so it's a content impairment charge. So what that means, basically, if you're not familiar, an impairment charge is something that gets done when on the books, something is like has a certain amount of value, but real life, it's like market value is shit. It's not worth what you are thinking that it's worth. That's what an impairment charge is. So basically, all of these things that they're pulling are things that maybe cost a lot to make, had a lot of inherent like value to them at one point. But once it was received by the audience, no, nothing. Nobody likes it. Nobody's watching it. It's not doing anything for them. So they're taking it off the platform.
What a disaster Lucasfilm is. What a complete and total disaster. By the way, we hit 1,000 viewers like 3 minutes into the show. That might be a new record for us. The show, breaking records every single day. That's actually that is a real one, not a fake one that we invented. But this will no doubt be on May 19th of 2023. This will be the most viewed Geeks and Gamers daily live stream of all time. We are breaking records every single day, every single moment. And that is a testament to all of you, but mainly it's a testament to, shitty Disney Star Wars, something that I've enjoyed over the years, bashing and making a lot of money off of, because that's going to be the focus of today's show for sure. Let me get to a few super chats really quick. Let's see. We got Blue Shell. This Geeks and Gamers Daily is brought to you by Jakku. That's right. So last night we played Battlefront 2 again. And we played Blast, which is basically like a team deathmatch. And I ended up going to Jakku like 3 or 4 times. I really don't like that map. I really, really don't like it.
Terrible map.
It's a really fucking bad map. But that's why the Jakku stuff is right there. Chris Karan, Bree looking very hot in the new Nissan ad, Ryan.
Hey, I drive a Nissan, so I mean, Maybe it was always meant to be.
Maybe it was always meant to be. That sounds pretty perfect right there. Aurora uplinks. Indiana Jones depends on exotic beauty, fascinating locations, the search for knowledge and power, unique creative depths, and discovering God's will. None of that's going to be in this movie. That's going to be old man farting, running around. It's just. I just, again, this has been billed as Kathleen Kennedy's movie. That is how they've been talking about this. Kathleen Kennedy, like that's been stuff that's been not us, you know what I mean? But like, just that's what this has been billed as, you know.
Yeah, just from like the standpoint of when you do look at when you look at Kathleen Kennedy's history, she was obviously more involved in Indiana Jones stuff than she was in Star Wars stuff. Certainly, like always. Now, what was that involvement other than being a backup dancer and bringing Steven Spielberg coffee? Right, you know that's up for everyone to know. But she did actually work with those films, so it always has seemed like she's cared more about something like this,
mm-hmm.
and been a little bit more involved. Now, in terms of how heavily is she involved and where does the story go and things like that, I don't know. I tend to think maybe we over exaggerate some of those things when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy in terms of her like having her hands. Oh, well, she can't say this. She has to say this. I don't think that's the case. I think she hires people she wants to do the job. But she definitely is more involved with this than other things. There's no.
Do we not have a Rumble link?
There is.
I don't see us live on Rumble.
Let me look.
Oh, you got it under the wrong one.
Oh man, is it under like just the normal thing?
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can fix that.
All right, so Ryan's going to try to fix it. It's under the. Well, hang on. Now it's showing.
I see it on Geeks and Gamers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's under the 1.5 follows one and not the 49.
I got this one.
But I click on it and it shows under the right one.
Yeah, I got this one right here.
Okay. I saw somebody asking in the chat and I didn't see it when I clicked on it, but then I clicked on follows, the smaller one, you know?
Yeah,
either way, it's there. Okay. No worries. So we do have a Rumble link. We are live on Rumble, and we got some great topics. So good to see all of you over on Rumble. Let's see. Brandon says, "How does such a good director put out an embarrassing turd? Then again, Spielberg did it with the Crystal Skull, so I'm not surprised." Well, I mean, look, we can always we've talked about Ryan Johnson over the years. I don't think Ryan Johnson's actually a terrible filmmaker. I really don't. I think he's a pretty solid filmmaker under the right, in the right circumstances. And he made The Last Jedi. You know what I mean? So Kathleen Kennedy is objectively terrible at her job. There is no defense for this woman. There's none whatsoever. I mean, I've always praised the Disney parks for a lot of their theming and the Imagineers and the scale and the detail of stuff in the parks. And Galaxy's Edge is the most boring place in the world, and that's because it was it basically was carried out under Kathleen Kennedy's vision for what she wanted, basically. So she can make anybody look bad. She can make anybody look bad.
It's the Galactic Starcruiser thing is such an embarrassing failure. Like, we might as well just like hop into that, Jeremy, because there was so much Lucasfilm news yesterday, but specifically, I think this is the first one that actually dropped because it happened while they were getting ready to premiere the Indiana Jones movie with Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger, both in France for the premiere of this thing, by the way. And this is the news that drops. Disney is closing its immersive Star Wars hotel a year after opening. So it was March of last year where they came out, had all these promotions, had the cringe singing that got deleted, that they were shamed into deleting. It was so laughable, and it didn't look like Star Wars, it didn't feel like Star Wars, and it was set in an era where nobody wanted. It was literally set in the worst era you could possibly set something between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, just like what they themed Galaxy's Edge after. And they had all these people, these shills, these fake fan influencers out there to try to convince families, to try to separate families from $6,000 to go on this thing. Oh, it's totally worth the money, guys, even though we didn't pay. And now here we are, dwindling attendance, firing cast members, cutting all these shows. And now they finally just admit defeat. It's done. And on September 30th, this will be done 18 months after it first launched. This is pathetic.
$1 billion project. And again, you're talking about something that has been put into a situation where it would not fail if things were done even somewhat right. We're talking about the most visited place on the planet, Walt Disney World. It's the most visited place in the world. It is the largest single site employer in the entire country, maybe the world. I don't know if that's the case, but it's definitely the largest single site place for employees in the country. So you already have everything going in your favor from that perspective. So you already have numbers, you already have people visiting the area. You have a built-in infrastructure of Star Wars, which is one of the biggest brands of all time, and you have destroyed yourself with this because people were rejecting it because they reject Disney Star Wars. They have rejected Disney Star Wars since The Last Jedi, and it has been a failure over and over and over again. This was a particular project that I never went to the Galactic Starcruiser. Jay didn't go either. But on like from outside looking in and what it was presented as, it was never going to succeed. What it should have been, and if you know anything about Walt Disney World's a massive property, twice the size of Manhattan. They have about 20 or 30 resort hotels on property, and they're all themed to different things, whether it be upscale stuff or whether it be animated stuff. They're really cool. A lot of them are really, really cool. What you needed with a Star Wars themed hotel was simply that. Just make a fucking hotel themed to George Lucas's Star Wars. Not all of the bells and whistles, not all of this bullshit about, all day cosplay and all day schedules and all of this immersion and all of that. And the fact that they based it around things that no one cared about with the title of Star Wars on it, $6,000 a night, it was never going to succeed. Never going to succeed.
Yeah, and they did put out a statement, and apparently all this started getting discovered. It wasn't even like some official announcement or whatever. It all got discovered when people tried to book, like they had through a travel agency, they were trying to book this, and they're like, "Yeah, we actually, we can't, we're shutting down." You know what I mean? So I don't even think it was supposed to come out in this way. But this is the statement that we get. Star Wars Galactic Starcruiser is one of our most creative projects ever and has been praised by our guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation and immersive entertainment. This premium boutique experience gave us the opportunity to try new things on a smaller scale of 100 rooms. And as we prepare for its final voyage, we'll take what we've learned to create future experiences that can reach more of our guests and fans.
Wait, go back to the next line on that. Did it say it cost $2 billion and not $1 billion?
This is Disney reportedly spent $2 billion to construct its two immersive Star Wars. They're talking about Galactic or Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So it's unclear if the cost of building the Starcruiser is included in the sum. That's what that was.
I had heard it's a $1 billion project for the Starcruiser alone. Whether that's true or not, that's what I'd heard. Because
it seems a lot for how small it is and what it ends up looking like. But who knows with cost overruns and planning and things like that. Certainly could. And you're 100% right. If they just did a normal hotel but made it Star Wars themed, it would do so much better.
It'd be the coolest thing ever.
It'd be cool, and you had people coming back because it doesn't cost them. Well, if you're going to Disney, it'll probably cost an arm and a leg, but it won't cost your entire body, which is what the Starcruiser costs. Well, even with all that being said, I know there are people out there that if you had themed this original trilogy, if you had themed this prequel era,
done.
Yeah, they do it.
Yeah.
Six grand. What's $6,000? They don't care. But you put it in an era where there's just not this passionate fan base. You put it in an era specifically where your passionate fans have rejected it time and time again. They don't want to go there and hear about the First Order. They don't want to sit there and watch a battle between Rey and Kylo Ren. They want to go experience Star Wars they care about.
Well, I mean, we've been talking about like this. So we've been playing Battlefront the last couple of days here, Battlefront 2, 2017, and Star Wars is so fucking cool, man. There's so much you can do with Star Wars. There's so much you can do with it, and Disney has pretty much abandoned all of the things that are cool about it to push agenda-driven storytelling and identity politics. And it's why the excitement for Star Wars, the enthusiasm for Star Wars is at an all-time low. Like over the last 5 years, we've gotten more Star Wars than you could possibly imagine, but it's not Star Wars that anybody cares about. Whereas you go back in the day, in that time frame in between movies, and you didn't really have Star Wars back in the day. That's why the EU became such a big deal. People created their own headcanon back then. You know what I mean? Because there wasn't Star Wars. People were starving for it. So they created their own kind of stories. And then obviously the EU stuff was there. But like now we're getting all the Star Wars. And you
Leslie
have
Headland. I love
yeah,
all the Star
all the Star
Wars.
Wars, all the Star Wars. You're getting all of this stuff, and no one cares. It's all bad. None of it's George Lucas's Star Wars. None of it's meant to honor his legacy or his creation at all. And yet, the person behind all of it, the person behind the biggest failure in the history of the entertainment business, is still sitting there atop the mountain, and she ain't going nowhere because they don't care about Star Wars. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about George Lucas. They don't care. It doesn't resemble Star Wars. It's not going to. Nothing they're doing moving forward will. It doesn't matter if it's the Ahsoka show, whether it's Dave Filoni movie, whether it's James Mangold, which we just see Mangold's a great director. He is a phenomenal director. If anyone watched Ford v Ferrari, Ford versus Ferrari, phenomenal film. He's made a lot of good movies. And now we see the results with what we're seeing with Indiana Jones. He ain't going to do shit. He ain't going to do crap. And then you got a Rey movie coming out. They don't care about Star Wars. This is not George Lucas's Star Wars at all.
Yeah, this is embarrassing for them. This is something. Remember, we were told we were crazy, Jeremy, when we were talking about how cringe it looked and how stupid it looked and how people aren't booking it. There's openings that are coming up time and time again. It doesn't look like it's fully booked. We were told we were crazy. It's a massive success. And now, after all of this, they spent more time building this thing than it stayed open. Like 18 months, and that's a wrap. Now, what do you do with that space? I think is an interesting question. Do they just close it and not do anything? Are they looking to rebrand, do a different Star Wars themed hotel? Are you looking to put it in a different era, switch things up like that? Are you going to make it well, it's a little too late now. Fuck, make it a Guardians of the Galaxy theme. You know, there's things you could do. Unfortunately, it is like right there, I think, by Galaxy's Edge. I've never been there.
Hollywood
I've never
Studios
been to the thing, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, they're not going to do right by it, so it doesn't really matter. So even like a Star Wars themed hotel, which if you've never been to Walt Disney World, there's like Art of Animation is one of their more low tier hotels. It's fantastic. The theming is incredible, and it's just based off of all this classic Disney animation, Lion King, Pixar stuff, whatever. Just iconic, animated films, and it's awesome. The theming is great. It feels cool. I haven't been there in years, but the theming of it is great. Something like the Polynesian, the theming there, whether it's the Fort Wilderness Lodge, whether it's the Animal Kingdom Lodge, all of these things give you the immersive feeling that you're looking for while not keeping you tied to scheduling, all that. It's a hotel with the theming. So if you made a Star Wars hotel that you could just go to and stay in, and it was themed around Star Wars, and Darth Vader was there, and Luke Skywalker was there, and the imagery of George Lucas's Star Wars, that would make people want to go see it. But they're not going to do that. They're going to make Alden Ehrenreich's Han Solo the imagery there, and Rey, and BB-8, and all of this shit, and nobody's going to care. So I don't know what they can do.
Nathaniel T. Montgomery says, can you guys just like something? I do like this. I love the fact that once again, we're talking about another Disney Star Wars failure, that the cringe Galactic Starcruiser Hotel that we all said looked so stupid, that we all said was a failure from the beginning, has finally failed. I do like that. So Thank you, Nathaniel. Thanks for keeping us positive, buddy. Not the HIV kind like you, but positive nonetheless.
Yeah. I mean, and betas like you, that you need positive reinforcement from people like us, and that's just not the business we're in. But there's plenty of channels out there that'll just feed you all the positivity you want, regardless of what they actually believe or what is actually going on. So you can definitely go find them. But yeah, we're here to just tell it like it is. And Disney Star Wars is trash, and it has been for a long time, and that's not changing anytime soon. So again, as I've said, if you enjoy this shit, if you enjoy what Disney's doing with Star Wars, by all means, go watch it, go enjoy it, have the time of your life. But generally speaking, that is not what we're seeing from people. Generally speaking, people that have always been Star Wars fans, that grew up with Star Wars, that have loved George Lucas's Star Wars, hate what they are doing. And rightfully so, because it is utter trash. It is garbage.
Where are we here? Brendan Bell. I think we said that one. Nick's Great Things. Remember for a month. What's so special about this 199 stuff?
The 199 stuff has just taken a life of its own, and it's the greatest thing ever. And it's a shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys made this happen. All off of a typo from a hater that luckily Ryan highlighted, because if Ryan never highlights that comment, we never have the 199. Think about that. Think about that.
For everyone out there that either loves the 199 or hates the 199,
it's Ryan's fault. It's
So,
Ryan's fault.
I deserve all of the credit and all of the blame.
Oh, but yeah, good stuff. I love it.
Austin N for 199. Glad the Starcruiser Hotel closed. Sequels suck. They do suck.
They do suck.
Kyle Miller for 5KK must have good blackmail material to keep her job after all her failures.
She's got all the dirt. She knows where the bodies are buried.
Travis World with the gift membership. Thank you, Travis World. Nikki in the chat. What's up, Nikki? For $5, contributing to Jeremy's future rap career.
Hey, you can't stop me. I'm a Jedi from Jakku. I don't know the rest of the song, but it sucks. I don't know the rest of it.
We're gonna have to refund that super chat. Just out of principle. Gabriel Knight for $5. Gonna see Indy 5 is on par with going to a funeral with open casket containing a mangled corpse. I prefer to stay at home and remember Indy as he was. Yeah, there's a couple levels of this. One, let's talk about Indiana Jones. We might as well fucking get to it. Let me pull up this thing.
Good old Indiana Jones. Ugh.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, or Indiana Jones 5, however you want to refer to it as, is something that I can't say a whole lot of people were asking for. After what happened with Crystal Skull, people were like, maybe not the best way to end the franchise, but it's not like they were begging for another one, especially with no involvement from George Lucas and with Steven Spielberg completely detaching himself from the project. But nevertheless, Lucasfilm was going to give it to us. And they even went out there. They brought the entire crew out there. They brought Kathleen Kennedy out there to the Cannes Film Festival to debut this film in front of everyone. And it didn't go so well for them. In fact, it's probably the worst case scenario. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny opens with a 43% on Rotten Tomatoes. And since it debuted, it's gone a little up. It's gone a little down. Right now, it's sitting there at 44%. Keep in mind, Jeremy, this is not normal. They don't usually open up reviews this early for movies. This movie doesn't release till June 30th. So by allowing people to review this, by allowing people to put their reviews out there, they were probably betting on it being positive. That's what you would do, right? Otherwise, the embargo would lift a couple days before, like a normal movie, not this one. And what people are saying about this is crazy. Indiana Jones 5 gets lukewarm 5-minute can ovation. It's Harrison Ford says an emotional goodbye. Now, they talk about how all the love was there for Harrison Ford. He got this Lifetime Achievement Award for all these historic roles he's played and all of these things. No expense was spared as Disney jetted its top executives, including CEO Bob Iger and Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy. Man, they were together. They were hanging out. I don't know if there's...
Wow.
It's weird. Who would think that?
It's weird.
To the south of France. But when the credits rolled, Cannes mustered a muted standing ovation for Indy's latest adventure. Yes, the applause lasted for 5 minutes, but by this film festival standard, that's more of a polite formality. They talked about Harrison Ford a lot, but then this. Indeed, the standing ovations for Ford were louder before the movie played. The film's elaborate action scenes and witty one-liners delivered by Waller-Bridge received a less than rapturous response inside the theater. During parts of the film, audience members could be heard whispering out of boredom in French. I don't know why you had to add in French. They are in France, but just so you know, they were whispering out of boredom in French, not in English. And some of the other reviews aren't better. Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, a shabby counterfeit of priceless treasure. What about this one? Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny review, gloomy and depressing final act. This is not good for them. And even the positive reviews, almost all of them are like 3 out of 5s instead of like, oh, incredible masterpiece, way to end this. What a nightmare for Lucasfilm.
When you don't have the shills on your side, that is a problem. It also does raise the question, and again, it's just a question I have to raise. does this maybe do we wonder if maybe it could be better than we thought, just considering the shills don't like it? I'm just throwing that out there,
Maybe,
you know?
and that's the thing. To me, like, critic score is the critic score. I'm not gonna go or not go see a movie based on the critic score. Oftentimes, they're completely
Right.
contrary. But I think the point is they brought this movie to the Cannes Film Festival for these people. They brought it there. Kathleen Kennedy, Bob Iger. They bring this movie there to these critics, to these elites of the elite, right? The expectation was that they would like it. The expectation was when you open it up like this a month early to reviews, the expectation is that it will be positive. And this is completely backfired on them.
No, absolutely. And as you said, I mean, this is something we've seen time and time and time again, where regardless of what ultimately happens with the movie, this decision right here backfired on them, because these decisions are made strategically. Indiana Jones and the Dildo of Destiny has we've talked about a $350 million budget, somewhere in there. So it's going to need to make, typically you double that budget or add a little more. So it's got to make what, $700-800 million potentially just to break even. This movie needs to
much more than double the budget. Yeah.
This movie has got to do huge numbers, massive numbers. And for them to strategically do this, that was with the intent that it was going to get rave reviews and get people talking for a month to build up the anticipation for it. So for it to have this type of response from all of the people that they brought out there with all this pageantry and shit like that, this is a massive backfire. Another bad decision made by Lucasfilm and Disney, and it's hilarious to watch it all play out.
Yeah, when you look at the budget, so the reported budget that they put back in February was around $297 million, somewhere in that area, right around $300 million. Other reports have said reshoots ran that up even higher. It doesn't matter. Either way you want to look at it, it's one of the most expensive movies in history. And based on whatever the marketing is, it's likely this movie has to land somewhere between $800 and $1 billion to fucking break even. Like, that's what they've done to themselves. With
bad.
The finale for Indiana Jones. Phoebe Waller-Bridge does not seem like she's well liked in this movie, even by the critics are saying that they don't like her, which is saying something. So, man, we got a long time, over a month, until this actually gets released.
Good times for Lucasfilm. Great job, Kathleen Kennedy. Great job. You're doing wonderful things. You're just crushing it. You got Galactic Cruiser, Starcruiser closing after a year and a half, which is one of the most embarrassing failures in her tenure, and one of many. And now you've got these terrible reviews for Indiana Jones coming out, a film that has been kind of marketed to have your fingerprints all over it. Another failure from Kathleen Kennedy. And we have another failure we're going to talk about here in just a bit. But this is Disney Star Wars. This is Lucasfilm. And again, this is why I say, if you're enjoying it, watch it. If you're an actual Star Wars fan, and if you like George Lucas's Star Wars, there's no reason to have faith in Disney Star Wars at all. None. It is over. It's dead.
Iram Amin for, I think, Iranian 50,000, or maybe that's Indonesian rupees, 50,000 of them. Hey, Ryan, if Sean Connery is still alive, do you reckon he'll slap Phoebe back to his godfather's sperm? Maybe. I wish Sean Connery was still alive. I'm glad they didn't have to do something like this, though. Imagine if they dragged Sean Connery into this.
I know. Drunk 3PO says, send me and Ryan for the last day of the Starcruiser. What do you think about that, Ryan?
September 30th, I got plans. Yeah, I got plans on September 30th. Sorry. God, I just, that's crazy. It's funny too, because I'm sure Jay's seen this. I have seen in the past week a lot of TikTokers and Instagram people and stuff like that. I've seen a lot of those people got free trips to the Starcruiser. Like, they were trying to hype it, like they were trying to promote it. So if they had been planning on shutting this thing down, it's like, if they've been planning on shutting these things down, why would they do that so recently? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. But maybe it was a long time coming. Maybe they just made the decision. But why would you bring all these influencers in to hype it up if it's just going to close in 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
Dwight Schmitz for $5. Oh yeah, there you go. There's Jay. They hosted a free week last week for all these people. Yeah.
What a disaster. What a complete and total disaster.
Dwight Schmitz for $5. Jeremy, have you heard Matt Walsh's take on taking back the word Karen for white people? LMAO, Hail 199.
I have. It's really funny. It's really funny.
Dick Nubler for $5. Here's some money for starting my long weekend off right. Thank you, Kings. Well, you're welcome, Dick
You're
Nubler.
welcome. You are welcome indeed.
Zalakai for $10. God damn it. I hate when this shit skips.
Yeah,
I started a new
it's
channel
really
called The
aggravating.
Grab Bag. Game stream, shorts, reviews, and just started a series on the Star Wars Expanded Universe. Very cool, Zalakai. It's awesome. Mike Hill for $5 with the failure of Galactic Starcruiser, and if Indiana Jones fails to break even, it's finally time for executives to wake up and fire Kathleen Kennedy.
Never gonna happen. It's just not. It's just, again, get it out of your minds. This woman is not going to be fired. She is not going to be fired. Even if she is internally fired, she is never going to be publicly fired. There's never going to hear a word about it. This will be a situation where they give her a grandiose send-off. It's time for her to retire. She's made all these accomplishments. The sequel trilogy has made, billions of dollars, yada, yada, yada. She's ushered in a new era of Star Wars, blah, 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 blah. This woman is never, ever, ever being shamed like she deserves. That is a fact. And that should tell you. So once she is gone, whenever that time is, she's going to be sent off a hero's, send off. And that should tell you everything you need to know about them. They publicly shamed and fired Gina Carano over nothing. And they're going to give Kathleen Kennedy a hero's send off. They don't like you. They don't care about you. They fucking hate you.
Mike Hill for $5 with the fit. I just said that. Shark dentures for $5. One of my biggest fucking pet peeves about myself is when I reread a super chat that I just read. I fucking hate it. It makes me want to smash my head with a fucking hammer. Shark dentures for $5. I rejected Disney Star Wars 10 minutes after leaving the theater after seeing Force Awakens. I hated Disney Star Wars before it was cool. LOL. Hey, you and me are in the same boat, Shark dentures.
Yep.
Except I hated it before I went in. So, after they fucking killed the EU. Quatrina VR for $199. Defunct Land, Disney's Galactic Starcruiser. I saw a lot of people talking about Defunct Land yesterday. That's a YouTube channel, but I've never seen anything from them. But
I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, Galactic Starcruiser certainly is about to be defunct.
Yep.
JM Unleashed for $5. Agreed, Jeremy. In video game format, Star Wars is still badass. Just be Jedi Survivor. Great story compared to the actual productions at Lucasfilm.
Yeah, Survivor. I've heard good stuff about it. I know Beardo's been grinding it right now, and he's really loving it. And I guess it just had a big update recently, and it's everybody seems to love it. Respawn's great at what they do. Again, Battlefront. I liked Battlefront 2015 and 2017. I liked them from the start. They obviously both have flaws in them, but for what I play them for, I really enjoyed those games. And it's nice that you can pick the prequel era or the OT era when you're playing Supremacy on Battlefront 2017. You can kind of stay out of all that. You still get to see some of the, the sequel characters, like some of the heroes and villains, but it's nice to stay out of those eras or that era, the Age of Resistance, whatever the fuck they call it.
Knights of Melvin for $5. Molly Damon, one half of Star Wars Explained, is in full damage control. She blamed Governor Ron DeSantis for the failure of the Shill Cruiser Hotel.
No way.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are like trying to cope any way they can. It's like, it's not a failure. They wanted to do this because they don't want to give Florida money and stuff like that. It's really fucking sad. Ryan for $5. What's the chances DeSantis gets blamed for Disney's issues instead of their terrible management? Ironic, based on the last super chat too. Like they're all in on that. Even that Lake Nona thing that just got officially canceled. They're trying to blame. Look at what Florida did. They drove away this. That was already done. That was already like dead in the water. It wasn't fucking happening. Like moving all these people, moving all these woke losers and their fucking transgender children from California to Florida. That was already dead in the water. It wasn't happening. They just finally actually made the announcement.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole deeper issue with stuff I'll probably get to a Cobra Cast, but at the same time, I'm DeSantis. I'm not high on DeSantis outside of his Florida stuff, so you know we'll leave that for Cobra Cast.
You go check out Trump's most recent Instagram post. It's interesting.
Oh, I know what Trump's saying.
Well, I mean, check out the comments.
Oh, the comments on it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
I'll have
kind
to
of
look
getting
at
getting blasted.
Is he?
Yep. Eric Stratton for 777. Old Imagineers had prime directive, believability, not realism. Starcruiser kept adding realistic activities and characters that were not believable. Yeah, I mean, I think that everywhere Disney suffered everywhere from over the past several years. Doesn't matter, you're talking about movies, streaming, theme parks, everything. They're suffering, and that's the reason a lot of people are moving away from them. Look at all the hearts in the chat right now. I think it's for MCU fan. There's a lot of hearts.
MCU fans getting fucking wrecked in the comments. It's so funny. Oh my god. Chat is the MVP as always. Closing in on 2,900 live viewers. Smash the melee button. You guys know how he is around here. The 199 representing the show. So this is a week later. This is the week later from the show that got absolutely hijacked by our audience in the best way possible. And a lot of that was the MCU fan did all of that. MCU fan gave us, oh, by the way, so for those that wanted to go back and watch that episode, it did get hit with 2 copyright claims and blocked, but it has been released now. It is visible, so you can go back and watch that episode in its entirety.
That's right. Pilgrim Media for 2. Guys, how will the Raylos cope?
I mean, they're professional, lifelong victims anyway. They'll victimize themselves regardless if there's something to be victims of or not.
Eddie Brock for 249. Who'd win to touch Bree's toes, Ryan or Quentin T? I think Quentin Tarantino is all over that foot game. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Hey guys, I'd love to see a crossover with DSP. I have a feeling he'd like you guys, especially you, Ryan. I don't think you would. Kang got the fangs for 5. The critics hate it. Then Indiana Jones, probably a good movie, but then again, you never know at Disney. Well, the critics didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
No,
we laugh. That's a meme, right? That if the critics, it depends on why they don't like it. That's really all what it comes down to. If people are bashing something because they're like, oh man, it was such like a simple story about like a man being heroic and saving a woman. So if those are what the critics are saying, like that's one of the things that keys you into, okay, we understand why this is happening. Yeah, even they're complaining about how like insufferable the fucking woke female actress is, that's a sign that it might be pretty bad.
That's a problem. By the way, Mage Demon is sleeping in the back alley somewhere waiting to be summoned. I hope Mage Demon is okay.
Alive, yeah.
I just hope everything's okay. We love you, Mage Demon. We hope you're out there. Mage Demon, I don't know, man. I didn't do like, I'm just guesstimating. I think Mage Demon dropped like 500 gifted memberships on that stream. What do you think the number was? You think that was around?
Maybe over, to be honest with you. It was so
total
fucking many.
It was a total of 1,200 gifted memberships. But
almost 13.
Bashy dropped a ton. There were so many, but Mage Demon
Jerkoff Juggernaut was dropping a bunch.
Yes. Hayden was in there. So many people. Yep.
And we did. Now we're gonna miss a couple people, and fucking everyone's gonna be mad.
Yeah, there we go.
Jamie started naming names.
I know it. And WG wanted his super chat fight emoji. We got that one, and the Hundy. A Hundy.
Hercules for 199. Hercules. Thank you. Mike Hill for 5. Even Kingdom of the Crystal Skull got a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. Boy, it's gone downhill. Yeah. Ryan Kennel loves dicks for $5. Doesn't say anything. Thank you. Veckel for 199. I think KK's got dirt on people in Disney. Probably.
She got dirt on a lot of people. Like, that's no bullshit. She 100% does. Oh, boy. Of course you can.
You're just going to get another. You're here all the time, so you're going to inevitably get another gifted sub, MCU fan. Like not like the one you paid for on my
I
channel.
I thought it was because it was June.
Yeah, he's ready for Pride Month.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. I assumed it's because his channel membership would run up, but no, you're right. It's because he's gay. Scott McKenzie for 2. D- corrupt corporatism to embedded SJWs. Blake Barrett for 2. Here's some money. Go see a Star War.
Shit Clown Wars. We still have to put those emojis in there. So still have to put the Shit Clown Wars emojis.
Mandalore for 5. Are you two participating in the Film Threat Star Wars trial? I gotta find a time to come on there. Chris asked me last to come on this week, and it didn't work out because I had some other actual real life shit going on, so I couldn't. But at some point, yes. Jeremy needs to put on a suit and jacket or a suit and tie.
Yeah, that's the retail days. I'm beyond all that. I'm too big of a deal for that shit now.
Abaru for 5. KK's armor is her vagina.
Vagina. Oh, I mean, we have that clip if everybody wants to hear it really quick. Of course you do.
Or her cat was named Vagina.
Why did he say it so weird?
Because that's Trump.
Or her cat was named Vagina.
Like he said it so weird. Like not her cat was named Vagina. Her cat was named Vagina. It's like a fucking robot. It's like an AI Donald Trump voice.
That's Trump, man. That's what he does.
Grab him right by the vagina.
Here in the audience just dying laughing in that moment was so funny.
Dan River for 199. Corn movies did a better Star Wars than Disney. Sad. Kind of sad, but kind of good. Oriquadamus for 290 or 199. I'll stick to the old Star Wars. Bye-bye, Disney. That's right.
What up, Gremlin? Another big supporter of that Friday stream.
Right.
MCU fan made me do it, says based Mama Bear.
MCU fan bringing us super chats. Thank you, based Mama Bear. Look at that.
MCU fan, man, you're a better motivator for this channel than me. Man, you get them rolling.
Tits and entrails for 199. I got 199 problems and caring about Star Wars isn't one. Zalakai for 2. MCU fan is Josiah. I'm 37% sure. You're about the same percent sure as the Indiana Jones Rotten Tomatoes score.
That's true.
Buy 9 Papa for 5. You guys should react to a Home Depot commercial. Powerful women, just pure cringe. Oh man, there's so many. All these ads are getting drug up from out of nowhere.
Is
I
it
haven't
like
seen it?
I haven't seen this one. Let's see if we can find this.
Lying Dogface Pony Soldier with 1 gift membership. Thank you very much, Lying Dogface Pony Soldier. Malakot becomes a channel member. Thank you, Malakot. Breezy's Comics and Collectibles for 199. Love you guys. Love MCU fan. Hail the 199. Thank you, Breezy. Man, Sci-Fi is Life for 2. Heart. God bless you, MCU fan. I'm not a banana for 5. I wonder if MCU fan likes Brie Larson's toes or will Ryan fight him for them? Not her toes I'm interested in. Danny Snowflame for 5. Grass grows, birds fly, and more MCU fan cries like a female dog. The more 199 super chats. Those are just the facts of life.
That is true. That is true. That's how it goes. All right. I'm looking for this Home Depot commercial.
Neanderthal with 10 gift memberships.
10.
He's still part of the Alphabet Alliance, but 10 gift memberships. Thank you, Neanderthal.
Okay. This is a clip that somebody else was reacting to, but it looks like I can play a little bit of it here. Let's see.
Give a girl a power tool.
And she'll gain the confidence to create.
The strength to go against the grain.
Before you know it, she'll have worked her way up to joiners and jigsaws.
Because when you give a girl a power tool,
She becomes
An even more powerful woman.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever.
It's just so stupid, dude.
You don't want to empower women, Jeremy?
I've seen women with power tools. All right,
Yeah, it's not a
pretty
new
sight.
thing. It's not a new thing.
It's not a pretty sight, but it's also not like if you go to a construction site, there's always that general contractor lesbian out there that is better than most dudes. Okay, like it's not the like you guys aren't breaking any fucking ground. Okay, it's just normal. It's God damn it. I'm so like they just take situations like they have hijacked so much of shit that's just always been something like whoop-de-doo. Okay, a woman has a power tool. Great.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, there's not as many women working in those types of fields. That's the way it is. There's nothing wrong with that. That's okay. There's not as many men working in, say, nursing or teaching or things like that. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's always like, yeah, the GCL is what I always called it. There's GCL. I worked for Home Depot, okay? There was always this fucking GCL that would walk in there with fucking boots, all right? And fucking, jeans, has been working on the job and knew more about this shit than me, and I'm like, holy shit, this bitch is badass right here. She was we always called them GCLs, general contractor lesbians. That's what they were. That's what we would call them.
Oh man. Justin Proper, what's up, man? For $5. It seems like Indy 5 isn't woke bad, but more like regular Indy 4 bad or worse. Does that make you feel more hopeful for it or not? I think it's just going to be bad. I think the insertion of Phoebe Waller-Bridge, I think the entire premise of the movie is a problem because even Harrison Ford talked a little bit about it. Like, they wanted this old broken man, and it's like, God, I'm so sick of that shit. And evidently they started off with like Indy's. He's sitting there fucking waking up from a night of drinking and he's like got divorce papers there. So, the happy way that they ended Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that's over. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm just tired of shit like that.
Yeah.
These characters.
Yeah, it's always this like what was the whole thing with how many times has Thor found himself now in the MCU?
Every time, every movie.
It's so stupid. Like the first Thor movie is really good. It's a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't really like Thor: The Dark World until
Thor: The Dark World is a Shakespearean masterpiece compared to the fucking dog shit they're coming out with now.
It's so bad. And it's one of those things. All you need to do is tell simple yet effective good stories. That's it. Like there's a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people know this movie, but a lot of people don't know this movie. It's not a movie that has a high budget. If it had a higher budget, you'd probably be considering this one of the all-time great movies, but it didn't. It was pretty relatively low budget movie. And it's called Equilibrium with Christian Bale. It's a phenomenal movie. It's a phenomenal movie that's simple in, like its storytelling aspects, but it has a really cool, kind of the overall premise is amazing. And yeah, it's a low budget from, what you would expect a movie like that to be. It's so damn good. And it's like, just give me simple yet effective stories and people will connect with that, and Equilibrium is one of my favorite movies of all time. So
David Murdoch art for 20. The right needs to go beyond boycotts. If they don't build, get Biden out and purge ESG. The only result will be lost jobs and economic strain while the hammer and sickle rainbow flags keep flying. Thank you, David Murdoch.
Get ready for June.
Bashy Washy for 5. Just to make sure MCU fans said he recycles like Chris Chan, and we know that Chris recycles his coom. Okay, thanks. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Bashy.
Bashy. What up, Bashy?
Yeah, MCU fans just attacking Bashy in the chat has been for a while.
But you know what? You might want to back off Bashy, MCU fan. That's somebody you don't want to mess with around here.
That's right. Crazy Clown Town member for 10 months. MCU fan is Bashy Washy and DCEU goat is Hayden. That's interesting. Aurora Uplinks for 5. Indiana Jones and the Child of Prophecy. Indiana must find a child from a prophet's bloodline so he can predict the future and who controls him. Yeah, sounds cool. Gremlin Anku for 10. KK just Iger's dominatrix, guys. Come on, the only reason she's not fired. We read that from Base Mama Bear. Aurora Uplinks for 2. Trump should have been a late night host. He's fun. Give Trump one of the late night shows. We demand it. And then for another two says, would you play the video of a dog driving lawnmower? What the fuck that is?
Dog driving lawnmower. I don't even know where to find that. I mean, Trump. If Trump was a late night host, that would easily be the #1 rated talk show of all time. That would be phenomenal. On that note, so we got 3,000 people here. So thank you guys so much. Today is the last day of the Snake Pit Battalion t-shirt over on 221B. So if you guys want to get that, you got to get it today. And I hope you guys have had a chance to go over there. 221B Tactical. I'm sure Mods will be dropping a link here soon. But it's got the 199 on it, the blue 199, the Snake Pit Battalion, the Geeks Gamers logo right there. And hope you guys have had a chance to go over there and pick that up. Today's the final day for that one. So make sure you go get your limited edition 199 t-shirt.
Volushkin for 2. John Campy is no more. Hail the 199. Thank you. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5. Have you guys ever seen that skit with George Lucas where some guy calls him the creator of Mara Jade Skywalker? It's comedy gold. Yes, that's a hilarious one.
Shout out to George. I want to find that clip. You know, we need to get that clip of George Lucas in the documentary, just like as a thing here, like a StreamYards. Let's see.
And then like the music just like ramps up. It's like it gets so intense when he fucking walks behind him. The Dasco for 10. MCU fan royalties. Thank you.
Here it is, right? It's got like 10 million views. It's so funny. Here it is.
And they use something they call pyroprocessing. The interesting thing is they call it pyroprocessing, but it's a molten salt process. They're dissolving this thing in a molten salt, and they're doing electrochemistry on it. Why don't they call it more?
It never gets old. And he looks right at the camera.
Right, dead eyes straight at the fucking camera. Oh, I messed up your shot.
They call it pyroprocessing, but it's a molten salt process. They're dissolving this.
I mean, shout out to the maker, George Lucas. Yeah, that video has in 2 years got 9.8 million views.
That video and the images of him in that like Australian mall, that food court, are so fucking good. Just a regular ass dude.
Oh man.
Al Simmons Hellspawn for 5. Ryan, did you know Darth Caedus had unlimited speed feats? He's more powerful than people give him credit. He could also achieve oneness greater than Luke. Yeah, Darth Caedus is one of the most powerful like people in fucking history. I love Jason Solo. The Exalted Patriarch for 199. 199, it's good to be a king. See on FNT. Vex Fear for 2. MCU fan for the Cobra Crown. Space Monkey for 199. I want the Playboy Power Tool video. That would be easier to stomach, I think.
That would be a lot easier.
But since this is the Lucasfilm bashing stream, we got to cover one more thing that came out. Here we go. What are you laughing at?
The Willow story. It's just so damn funny.
It's crazy. When their quarterly earnings report once again revealed that Disney Plus is losing money and losing millions of subscribers, Disney made a big announcement that they're going to think about cutting some content on the streamer. You know, things that simply don't have an audience, things that aren't worth keeping on the platform anymore. We didn't know what those were until today. Disney Plus removing these 6 major shows in first ever content purge. And what do you know? Another Lucasfilm failure front and center with Willow. Now, Willow got wrecked by people when it first got put out there. A lot of people, I'm not going to say it's like a massive fan base for Willow because it wasn't. It was one movie that had this, you know, this little cult following, George Lucas, Ron Howard, things like that back in the day, back in the 80s. But when they announced they were going to do a sequel series to it, when Lucasfilm's involved, you knew what would happen. And of course, the ratings were horrendous. It led to it being canceled after only 1 season. And now Disney's decided it's not even worth keeping that 1 season on Disney Plus. Disney removes dozens of series from Disney Plus and Hulu, including Big Shot, Willow, Y, and Dollface. Now, the reason for this was announced on May 10th. We're in the process of reviewing our content on Disney Plus services to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content curation. The move comes with a content impairment charge of $1.5 to $1.8 billion. What this means in layman's terms, Jeremy, is that you have something that may have cost a lot to make, that cost a lot, that you had a lot of value in, but unfortunately, no one else sees any value of it. The market value is effectively not anywhere close to what you value it at. So they're just cutting it. They're removing it from Disney Plus, and it is gone. What an embarrassment. Another fucking Lucasfilm disaster.
Yeah, it sounds to me like they're just straight up embarrassed by this. They're just embarrassed by this content. Because wasn't this, did you watch any of this show?
I did. I watched like the first 4 episodes. I couldn't handle it anymore.
I mean, I've heard, I've seen a lot of the clips from like
worse than
Disprove and
CW.
Yeah, like I've seen some of the clips from it, and it was unbelievable. I remember Shad ranting about it. I mean, again, this is everything we have said about Disney and Lucasfilm and Disney Plus and everything they're doing is proving to be 100% true. All of the shills out there that told you how much they were into this, all of the brave and stunning people that were there to support Reva against all of the racism that she was facing, lightsaber failed miserably. You know, the campaign through Hasbro, lightsaber failed, couldn't even get that funded because no one actually cared about that character, even though she got tens of millions of views when Ewan McGregor made his, pathetic video claiming, how brave and stunning she is. Couldn't do anything. Disney Star Wars, the Galactic Cruiser just closed down. Starcruiser just closed down. Indiana Jones is getting bad reviews. And now you've got things like Willow being pulled off of Disney Plus over embarrassment. Everything that we have been telling you that's happening at Disney is happening. Marvel has been backpedaling like crazy with their universe recently. After Endgame, what have we seen? Just the entire universe, the box office declining on every movie except for Guardians, which I really loved Guardians, and I told you I loved Guardians, but everything is working exactly like we told you it was working. And the shills, the people that with pronouns in their bio and the blue-haired Lambwells on social media that'll tell you how much they love this stuff are nowhere to be found on all of this stuff. It's bad. This is why Disney Plus is failing miserably. They don't have any content that people want.
Yeah, this is basically an admission that all of these things, they feel like nobody fucking wants. Like no one is watching it. There's no value. There's less than no value to them keeping it on their streaming service. That's why this is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a huge indictment of it, man. My goodness, man. Like they have no reason to keep this for any way, shape, no reason whatsoever, in no way, shape, or form. Holy crap. That's bad. It's really
it's
bad.
not like it's something that they're like, hey, let's pay some random people for the rights to this and see how it goes. And no, they created it for Disney Plus. Like that's the reason that this was made, was to put on their streaming service.
Yep.
Another embarrassing fail.
You love to see it. Disney continuing to suffer as they should be.
Over on Rumble.
Oh my goodness. Look who showed up. Bashy and Mage Demon. Mage Demon and Bashy back to back. So look at that. Mage Demon dropping 5 gifted memberships. He is here. He's alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. Mage Demon is back. And Bashy for 20. MCU fan hates me because I'm a black Muslim who's in love with Az, a plus-size wonderful man. Such Islamophobia and fat phobia is not allowed here, MCU fan. No wonder you have a bad guy as your avatar. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, if there's any phobias going on in the chat against Bashy Washy, MCU fan, we will not tolerate that. All right, this is an inclusive community. Okay, we will donate to different charities, just like iDubbbz, if you continue to slander everyone in the chat. Okay, so please keep your toxicity to Disney chats, not a wonderful, respectful community like the 199 MCU fan. Thank you. Please don't do that anymore. Thank you.
Over on Rumble, Bowden Nilsson for $5 says regards from Sweden and then becomes a monthly supporter. Thank you very much over there on Rumble. We appreciate our growing audience on Rumble. We're closing in on 50,000 followers over
Woo.
there. So thank you guys.
That's amazing. We're glad you're doing okay, Mage Demon. We're glad you're doing okay.
Dead.
Yeah.
Ronan the Crusader for 199 because MCU fan told me to. Hail the 199. The Carnivore Trucker for 5. Send you money because MCU fan told me not to. Black Lives or Black Votes for 199. Can Jay get MCU fan on FNT? He'll work on it. Delcar's Dungeon for 2. Still alive. Thanks for the good content. Hey, good to hear you're doing okay, buddy. Thank you.
No bashy of the bashy. That's right. No bashing of the bashy.
No bashy. Buy 9 Papa for 2. It's Big Papa. Oh, sorry. Well, it looks like a weird G. That looks like an upside down G.
What did you
No,
say?
It looks like a normal G. It's big. No, it's big. It is Big Papa. It's buy 9 Papa.
What did you think it was? What did you say?
I said buy 9 Papa because I didn't know what it was supposed to mean. But like the 9's supposed to be a lowercase G. So I get it now. If it was a 6, I probably would have said
Ryan's really good at reading names and super chats, and even he messes them up occasionally. So
it's Big Papa. Come on, Ryan, do better. Thank you, Big Papa. I don't want to say that though.
What? It's like Big Papa Pump.
I know, but
Scott Steiner.
No. It sounds gay as fuck for me to say like, thank you, Big Papa. Like that sounds fucking gay.
Like Biggie. He loves it when you call him Big Papa. Throw your hands in the
girls
air.
Call him that.
Throw your hands in the air if you're a true player. Okay.
The Exalted Patriarch for 199. Home Depot for the Whammon, or Home Depot for Whammon. Check out our scissor aisle. Mozamboni for 6.
Get Mozambonis first.
Mozamboni for 5. Okay, Home Depot. By the way, I'd love to see any woman that can carry a single pack of shingles up a ladder. Wine Mom 2, shut the fuck up, then go cook and clean. # where's dinner. Bro,
Yes.
roofing sucks, man.
Roofing is the worst.
Carrying shingles up a ladder, like you're not holding anything. You're just walking up the ladder, carrying the like it's fucking brutal. I did a couple roofs when I was just out of high school. It's not easy work.
No, roofing, and that's the whole thing. I've made that statement before about Kathleen Kennedy. So I'm like, Kathleen Kennedy, first of all, representation and inclusion and diversity, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. All right. It's a made up fucking thing for people to be fake offended over because no one actually cares about it. All right. That's just a fact. And I've talked about this. Do you think that Kathleen Kennedy has ever been driving, I don't know, through the countryside and all of a sudden stopped because she saw a roofing project going on and she was so disturbed at the fact that there was no representation on the roofing project? No, because she doesn't fucking care about representation. She cares about being an opportunistic person and hijacking shit for her agenda. Representation is bullshit and no one actually cares about it. We've never heard about representation, in the construction industry or the roofing industry or all of that. Yeah, go ahead. Go roof for a day. Go mix concrete for a day. See how you can handle that. She doesn't, these people don't care about this shit. Mage Demon says, I love Bushy Wushy because no one knows anything about Washy Bashy. Hail Alphabet Alliance. See, Ryan, Mage Demon, keeping it real.
Cool. Thank you, Mage Demon. Yum eater. What is this fuck? Yum eat 'em up for 5. There's a second, even more cringe Dove commercial out there, if you can believe it. The narcissism is real. I've seen the full length one with all like an albino black woman and a woman in a wheelchair and someone with Down syndrome and shit like that. I decided I couldn't really react to that.
That would have probably been bad for you.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting a shit ton of gifted memberships right now. Kimberly for 5 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Kimberly. Bashy Washy for 10 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Mage Demon, I love it when you call me Gig Dupa. All right, I had to read that one kind of slowly. Crazy Clown Town, 5 gifted memberships. Mage Demon, 5 more gifted memberships. Holy shit. Lance Johnson, 5 more gifted memberships. Whew. Wow.
I kind of need to sneeze.
He's got. I could tell. I could tell he had to sneeze. I could tell.
but it's like won't. It just won't.
I could tell.
Won't
I could
happen.
tell.
God dang it.
I
All right.
Before you said it, I could tell like he's got to sneeze. I could tell the look on his face.
Aurora uplinks for 2. I posted dog vid with Ryan tagged in Snake Pit. Is that your Discord?
Yeah, that's a Discord in the Geeks Gamers. So
Okay.
if you want to join the Geeks Gamers Discord, you can. And then for like my Cobra Cast, we have the Snake Pit within the Geeks Gamers Discord. So you guys feel free to do that if we got any mods in the chat. I don't even if we got any fucking mods today. I haven't seen Can Man.
We don't need him.
We don't
Fuck
need
it.
him. We'll do it live. Yeah, we may have to. We got, and I know Eric K. He's been unavailable for a while. Shout out to Eric K. Hope he's doing all right. Maybe we'll see him back soon. All right. So I'm in
Fuck
this.
is this? Oh, you're in it. All right. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
what the
looking
fuck
now.
that's at.
What did they say?
Aurora uplink says I posted dog vid with Ryan tagged in Snake Pit.
Here we go.
Gary's wizard beard for 2. Did you see Gary on Campia sponsored live stream? We did. Yes.
I don't know what we're about to watch.
A dog riding a lawnmower.
Yeah, I'm just clicking on it. All right. So here we go.
I know I'm not fucking tripping.
Take a picture, my son. Take a picture, send it to me.
What the fuck?
Bro, look at how he's looking at him.
What?
Oh, she's gonna hit the fence.
What?
Man, Sean,
There's gotta be a
Sean,
remote control.
it's a dog on the fucking riding lawnmower cutting the fucking grass.
It's got to be remote control.
I got a video of this shit.
What the hell, dude?
This chick just doesn't give a fuck. Like,
Oh my god! I like how the dog.
she's like talking about their
I know.
relationship. She's like bitching to him about all this stuff, and he's just like, "Man, there's this dog right here." Like, that's great.
Holy shit!
That's
Hey,
great.
do you are you familiar with Game Chasers? The Game Chasers,
No.
dude. One of the coolest videos I've ever seen. Like the other day. So, so these guys are like, they have their own show like on Amazon, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna show you a little bit. This is a 25-minute video, so we can drop links to the rest of it. This was crazy to me. This is crazy.
Navigation took me off the beaten path and led me to this really small town just in the middle of nowhere. As I get to this intersection, I look out of the corner of my eye and I see a building that immediately has me just lit up with excitement. It's an old video rental store. It's an old video rental place on the side of the road, completely abandoned. Completely happenstance, had no idea this thing was here. Just happened to look over and see it. I don't even know where I am currently, just in the middle of nowhere. You know, of course, me being nosy, I want to go and look inside. I'm alone. I've got to take out my phone and record and just see what I can find in this place. But yeah, look at that. There's old VHS. So I look through this broken window here, and lo and behold, VHS along the wall. There's stuff in here. I'd love to be able to dig into that, dig in and see what's in there. But obviously, I'm not going to break in there. Like, that's open. That's open. Look at that.
That's crazy.
I have to go into this place. Yes, I know I'm technically not supposed to go into this place, but I have to go into this place. Nobody clearly cares. This place has been dead for years, maybe even decades.
Look at that shit, man.
Walking in, the first thing that hits me is a cloud of dust and pigeon poop everywhere. The second thing that hits me is that there are VHSs along the walls, as I saw, but also on the ground, trash everywhere. And the third thing that hits me is games. Oh, you're kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Bro, like he finds all
What's
types
in
of
this
shit.
place? Look at this. Prince of Persia.
Just gonna steal it all or what?
Gold mine. Now, gold mine that's been crap.
I'll let people go to the Game Chasers and watch the rest of it, but what a phenomenal video, man. So it's really cool, and that's the dream come true for a collector, to kind of just be like finding this place full, and like there's like battle toads in there. It's crazy, man. So I personally wonder, it again, I don't watch Game Chasers a lot, and so, and I'm not saying this is a negative at all. It's got to be some type of like, it's got to be some type of thing where they knew that place existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's all that shit is. Remember, like
yeah.
Storage Wars and shit like that.
And I don't have a problem with
like
that. Like, as long as it's well done and as long as it feels authentic, I don't care. You know what I mean? Tell me a good story. Take me on a journey.
Stars.
You know, yes, tell me a good story. Take me on a journey. I don't care if it's set up or not, as long as it is done in the right way. And I feel like that one is something that they had to be aware of prior, because it's just the chances of stumbling across that gold mine are so rare. So, all right, we got more gifted memberships. We got more super chats. You guys are crazy today.
All right. June Wong for $11.99. Gadget built cool stuff on Rescue Rangers. Bulma built a time machine decades ago, but Home Depot only just invented Girl Boss builders with power tools. Yeah. Borg Porg for 5. So in SoCal, I just listened to Alex Stein's song called Florida Bitches. It perfectly describes a lady friend of mine born in Tampa. Yes, he does have a new song out called Florida Bitches. That's right. Justin Proper for 10. Why do our childhood movie heroes keep returning after decades just to be miserable? That's not fun. Let's come up with something else, please. Haven't we seen this cliche done well recently?
Well, the reason is because Hollywood is hiring activists that have no talent whatsoever. So they need to hijack previously established stories and characters because they are too fat and lazy to create any original content or new characters themselves. That's why you're seeing all of this. That's exactly why.
Where is it? SeaWorld Videos for 5. Love the dailies. Can't wait to watch Universal take over Disney here in Orlando. So out of touch with the Starcruiser Hotel and park customers overall. Thank you, SeaWorld Videos. Appreciate it, man.
Super Nintendo World being developed here in Orlando. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Joey Flores for 2. Man, why'd they pick June? My birthday's in June.
Hey.
That means you're gay.
They picked my birthday for International Women's Day. So, fuck, you know.
Matthew Hammond for 5. Can we get a bet between you two on who gets closer to the losses on Dial of Destiny is going to sustain?
Well, that's a good one.
It's tough. I don't even know if we have any like outside tracking yet. I think it's going to hit $700 million.
So that's, I think 800 million is a safe bet with the nostalgia of Indiana Jones, with the marketing of Disney, with the Harrison Ford kind of. I think this is going to be presented as Harrison Ford's kind of, you know, like
it's going away.
Yeah. Like, so I think 800 million is a safe number.
William Barr for 5. Hail to the archaeologists who found the cave painting of the first Star Wars celebration in 199. MCU fan is Kathleen Kennedy. Hail to the chat and hail to you two. Thank you, William. Appreciate it, man. Gung Ho Mac for 5. All of MCU fans' power tools vibrate and come with a bottle of Dove lube. Floki the Mad for 199. DCU Goat, maybe send a super chat to fund the fascist. All right, we did get Mage Demons 5. Man, I don't
Mage
even
Demon
know.
dropped quite a few. So yeah, there was quite a few. Mage Demon also dropped a super chat that you're gonna have to read. Super Based gifted all the gifted memberships I've gotten, Ryan.
Okay.
So Super Based dropped 5 gifted Geeks Gamers memberships. Mage Demon just dropped 5 more gifted memberships. Woo!
David Nelson for 5. I was watching when MCU fan came into Jay's chat for the first time. It was sad to say the least. Poor Jay thought he was serious. Peter Karen for 10. Indy 5 should have been him and his son, not some random chick. Make it father and son like Last Crusade. I would have been down with that. Bring back Shia. Jack off all over Bush for 199. 199 for 199. Thank you. Andrew CR for 1,000 check money. MCU fan should be DV fan with that profile picture. Domestic violence. That's true. Got those gift subs. Mage Demon for 2. I love you when you call me Gig.
Yeah, I read that one. And then MCU fan. Listen, I asked MCU fan to email me. Do you remember this, Ryan?
Yeah.
Email me, so I want to know who you are. They didn't email me, to my knowledge. They may literally be a hater. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even email me. I'm like, who are you? I've had people reach out. Who is this, Jeremy? You know, it's somebody on your team. You got to know who it is. I don't know who it is. I do not know.
I still think that they're pretending. Like, I think that there's no way that this person is actually a hater. But he's fucking committed, whoever he is. He's fucking committed. He watches all of my streams, all of these streams. Jesus. Danny Snowflame for 10. I stand with our token, Bashy Washy. MCU fans and bigotry and support for bigoted organizations like Disney won't be tolerated. Go and thank Chinese Muslim work camps somewhere else. Thank you, Danny Snowflame. June Wong for Aussie 5. OMG, guys, hire a roof and tile shingles conveyor elevator. It saves your back for the loving. I mean, if you were actually made, like, if that was your business, that makes sense. But if you're just doing it a little bit here and there. Jessica Lindstorm, member for a month. I love when Ryan reads super chats. It makes my day. Hey, consider your day made, Jessica. Lion Dogface Pony Soldier with a gift membership. Haas Bonaventure's CEO for 5. The Flash movie looks stupid. Why is Michael Keaton's Batman fighting Zod from Man of Steel? It's a bizarre choice that looks so wrong. The point is that when Barry changed time so that his parents were alive, that he changed time so Clark's Superman isn't there when Zod comes to Earth. Instead, it's Michael Keaton's Batman. Floki the Mad for 199. MCU fan wants me to support the hate more. Lego Psy with 199. Thank you. June Wong for Aussie 10. Hey, Jeremy and RK, can I get a shout out for the comic book I worked on? The cover features art of Gina, Cara Dune on the front, and a burning Disney Starcruiser on the back, subject to editor.
Nice.
Previously on Clownfish TV. That's the one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A new collection of official comic strips from Clownfish Studios. Wholesome, funny, and feel-good stories from the Clownfish family. Only a couple days left for perks. Pre-order now on a site name I can't super chat, like Indie something. So it's on Indiegogo. Please support Neon and Geeky Sparkles. They own the book project. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Ryan, and hail the 199. So if you go to Indiegogo and check out previously on Clownfish TV, that's where you can find that to go check out. So thank you, June.
Nice.
Boom, boom, boom. Justin Proper for 5. I know I'm not supposed to go into this place, but I have to go into this place. Game Changers would be the first ones to die in a horror movie. Mage Demon for 5. Hi, my real name is Ryan Kennel. I love men, but I'm super shy. Can you? God, it skipped on me. Fuck. I'll actually read it the whole thing. Hi, my real name is Ryan Kennel. I love men, but I'm super shy. Can anyone give me some man-on-man support in the butt? Please, RK Outpost. I'll take it. Thanks,
$5, Mage. You're going to make it read that for $5.
Bullshit,
Mage, come on. Holy shit.
Hal Slusher, member for 2 months. Thank you guys for your hard work. KK, the Immortal Undead. I'll be your Huckleberry for 2. MCU fan is Tim Pool. Are you sure you've got all these gift subs, Jeremy, that have come in?
I think it's another one that just came in. Let's see. I got mages, I got bashies, I got God damn it. Why is this my chat is frozen right now. I cannot move.
Okay. Arcestis with 5 gift memberships. Thank you. Thank you, Arcestis. Lance Johnson with 5 gift
I got that one. I got
memberships.
Lance's, I got Mages,
Crazy
I got
Clown.
Crazy Clown Town,
Okay.
I got Bashies, I got Kimberly's. So yeah, caught up on all those.
Mike Hill for 5. For the first time in CW history, there will be no superhero show for the upcoming fall season. Happy to see the downfall of CWDC. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Let me see if I can find it. Grant Gustin Entertainment. Here. I'm not gonna lie, man. This kind of gets me. As much as the show went to shit.
Flash?
Yeah. As much as the show went to shit. Grant Gustin was just
He's awesome.
sold it well. Keeping the ring.
That's good, man.
It is good. And
he's awesome, man. He is awesome.
He was great. And I really liked the Arrowverse when it started. I was so invested. I was so into it. I liked the darkness of what they did with Arrow. And then when they brought in Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, like that show was just a little like softer, a little more gentle, a little more like emotional. And it just fit, right? It was a good companion to that fucking darker, more intense Arrow. And it had so much potential, and I think they did good things with it in the beginning, and unfortunately got infested with identity politics, and they went completely down the woke rabbit hole.
When did it start getting bad? Because I think I watched the first season and loved it, but
several seasons in, they started making it like the Irish show, to be honest with you. We Are the Flash, and literally. God. But I watched a lot of it, and I watched it go downhill, and I finally had to. It was when they introduced the transgender superhero in Supergirl that I finally, after years of fucking trying to keep up with that, I'm fucking done. It just got to be too much.
Yeah.
Mike said that Mr. Peckerwood, member for 1 month, MCU fan is my gimp. Axel Jessen for 5. Wife, happy International Women's Day. Jeremy, thanks, honey. Now, where's my birthday blowjob? Let's see. Populist Monster for 5. He who allows the Raylo to live shares its crime of existence. 40K quote. Jesus. Seratano, member for 14 months. I'm on my way to a wedding right now, so I'm at work, not at work for once. I love these daily streams. Ryan and Jeremy are awesome. Thank you, Seratano. You're awesome.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys. We've heard so much good feedback on these, and so obviously we want to bring some guests in occasionally, but like we don't want to upset the kind of the flow of what we already have to. But occasionally we'll have some guests in here. You know what I mean? So,
Floki the Mad for 5. MCU fan and DCU goat can go feed the ducks with Dylan Mulvaney and bounce each other's heads off the headboard. All hail the 199. Sophie for 2. Hail you beautiful people. Good news. Metatron is back. Yeah, I saw he got remonetized.
That was awesome. Yes.
Lego Psy for 5. Ethan Klein is an MCU fan. No, Ethan Klein is MCU fan. Mike Humsmells for 2. Leave Disney alone. They're trying their best. Haas Bonaventure CEO for 5. Will Hollywood allow Gibson to make Resurrection of Christ? Seems like they won't allow that good in culture. It's too powerful for their agenda. He'll get it done. Mel Gibson will get it done. Giants fan for 5. MCU fan, this 5 is for you. Real man of genius. Bud Light drinking, Nike bra wearing loser. King Red for 2. Season 4 is when Iris solved all the problems. Yeah. Jack off Oliver Bush for 199. I hurt my wrist today. I bet you did. Gung Ho Mac for 5. MCU fan names his vagina cat. Joe the Bard for 2. Sending this for MCU fan. Hail the Alphabet Alliance. We're all caught up.
What the fuck? This chat is amazing. It really is. We got 200 people watching over on Rumble still. Thank you. Let's see. Chat's just cracking me up, man. The chat's just cracking me up. All right, today we have 64 new members to the 199. Thank you for all of the gifted memberships. We appreciate it. We have Friday Night Tights today, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. And again, don't forget, today is the last day for the 221B Tactical shirt, the 199 shirt over on 221B Tactical. So make sure you go and check that out. Also, go over to Meta PCs, and you can get yourself a PC if you're in the market for a PC, or if you're looking for one, someone you know is looking for one, send them to Meta PCs. Use the promo code GEEKS or the promo code 199, and we appreciate your support over there.
Hell yeah. We got a couple more that came in. To Floki the Mad for 199. MCU fan said send more money. Black Lives or Black Votes for 199. MCU fan told me I can't disobey him. And then Delcar's Dungeon for 2. An MCU fan's name. Here's a couple more bucks. Ozma, what's up, Ozma, for 5 money from the 7% women contingency because I was told so. Thank you, Ozma. Appreciate it.
I believe there we go right here. So in the chat, I just put the Meta PCs link because people are asking for it. Pinned that right there. So now it's pinned right there. So all right, good stuff. And yep, so we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys so very much. Appreciate it. Yes, Chuck Dixon is the FNT.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
So that is going to be awesome. Looking forward to that. What up, Keenan? How you doing? Let me see. They're great if you got lots of cash. I don't know who that's in reference to. MCU fan brings the support to Geeks and Gamers. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna end it there. 3,000. I think we hit 3,000 today, so that was awesome. Raging Wolf, Battlefront 2 was fun last night. Hail the 199. Yes, you guys have been so supportive of the Battlefront 2 stream, so thank you. Thank you for all the positive feedback. More of those to come. Also gonna do Modern Warfare and occasionally Fortnite, but I heard from you guys you were tired of Fortnite, and the numbers showed that. So more video games to come here on this channel and over on our Kick channel, which got affiliated. Shout out to Fear the Beardo. So go follow us on Kick if you're interested in that. More games over there. Other than that, Ryan, anything going on?
I'm gonna put out a video about Willow. That's pretty much
it. There we go. All right, guys. So thank you all so much. Have a great day. Glad to see all of you in the chat. As always, we'll see you Monday. We'll also see the 199s over in the Friday Night Tights chat as well. Have a good
Mage Demon for 2. Like your mouth. I got my money's worth. Thank you. Hacky Smack for 3, topping off the tip jar. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate that as always. You guys are the best. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you for Friday Night Tights. Talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.